Hey, good evening, everybody. This is James Dramelli of Alpha Shark Trading here to talk to you about how we traded Solar City, or how I traded Solar City earnings last week. Now, Solar City was lower again today by 21 cents in an absolutely rip-roaring bull rally market, but the stock is under pressure because they had such dismal earnings, and as you can see, the stock had a massive gap to the downside on those earnings into Friday's session before the weekend. Now, I was short Solar City ahead of this big move lower here, and I had on a spread where I was long the Solar City 36-34 put spreads for 55 cents. Now, these things went from 55 cents to $1.98 and then $2 just overnight. So this was a very huge move to the upside in these spreads based on this sell-off in Solar City. So as I talk about this trade, people keep asking me, how did you know to get short? What was it that you were looking at? And this is what our video series this week is going to be about. It's going to be about trading stocks on earnings and the tools that I can use. And what I want to talk about today is exactly what metrics I look at ahead of earnings before I decide to get short a stock. And one of those really important metrics is historical movement. So the first thing that I noticed in Solar City is that out of the past 10 quarters, the stock has sold off 7 times with an average move of around 7.67%. And I also noticed that there was a bearish chart pattern going into earnings. So right away, I have two very obvious trends that I can identify in Solar City going into this report, telling me that I probably want to be short. Now, how did I pick exactly which strikes and which spread to use, and how did I get such a good reward to risk ratio? Well, to find out that, you're going to have to stick through and keep watching the video series this week. We'll be talking about that one in tomorrow's. But historical movement and the chart are the first two things that I assess, the first two metrics that I assess to look for patterns ahead of any earnings setup. And this time in Solar City, before this trade was actually executed by me, I was very clearly able to see two bearish setups and two bearish patterns in both those historical patterns and chart patterns. So those are just some of the things. Stick with us this week to see some of the other important earnings trading tips and tricks that we're going to show you guys, and for a special offer at the end of the week. So thank you guys very much, and have a fantastic evening, and as always, happy trading.